Zanzibar. Just hearing the name makes you think of paradise. Soft white beaches, clear blue waters, and an island vibe that's hard to beat. It's no surprise that it's at the top of so many bucket lists. But here is the big mistake that so many people make. They come all the way to Zanzibar and completely miss out on Tanzania's beautiful mainland. And let me tell you, you are missing out big time on an entirely different side of this beautiful country and some of the most breathtaking experiences Tanzania has to offer. Tanzania isn't just about beaches. It has some of the most incredible landscapes, wildlife, and cultures in the world. And the best part, Arusha is just a quick and affordable flight away. So why are so many people missing out? Welcome to Plan B Back to Africa. If you're new here, I'm Wayne and I take you on my adventures across Africa, exploring culture, history, lifestyle, and investment opportunities. In this episode, I'm taking you along a 6-day adventure through Tanzania's mainland. I surprised my mom and my kids with a safari trip after my mom kept asking me to finally show her more than just Zanzibar. And let me tell you, this trip was one for the books. We explored Arusha, swam in hidden hot springs, chased waterfalls, and had an unforgettable safari experience in the Serengeti, including a hot air balloon ride. At first, I wasn't sure how my mom will react because this is a little bit too much adventure for an African parent. Watch till the end and stay tuned because this was hilarious. As always, I also made sure to support African-owned businesses along the way, which I will be sharing with you too. So let's get into it. As soon as we arrived in Arusha, I immediately understood why so many people I've met in Zanzibar decided to move here. It's affordable, super green, has the perfect climate, and is incredibly safe. It's just one of those places that feels good. Our first stop was Fifi's Cafe. This place is a must visit. Amazing breakfast, great coffee. Right next door we found Caris Expedition, an African-owned tour company that also owns Fifi's. I love discovering businesses like this, so I knew I had to support them. I told them I need something funny and special for my mom and the kids, and they customized a perfect day trip for us. Seriously, I can't recommend them enough. I linked their info in the description below. After booking, we explored the town a bit and found an incredible local restaurant. Guess how much we spent on lunch for 4 people? Just $17 fam. Tanzanian food is so delicious and honestly super underrated, and the best part, it won't break the bank. In the afternoon, we visited Ngaro Mountain Lodge for a little boat trip, and it was like stepping into a dream. The lake was stunning, lush, peaceful, and the perfect escape from city life. The next morning, our adventure with Caris Expeditions officially began. They picked us up from our Airbnb and we set off for Materuni Waterfalls, located at the base of Mount Kilimanjaro. The 1-hour hike through the lush rainforest was so beautiful and next level. And when we reached the waterfall, wow, just wow. The insanely beautiful green surroundings made it look straight out of a movie. We even swam in the natural pool at the base. It was freezing, but so worth it. My mom and the kids absolutely loved it. Afterward, we had a traditional chaga lunch in the village and got to experience the chaga coffee making process. It was also special because we come from the birthplace of coffee, Ethiopia, and it was so beautiful to show her how other cultures prepare their coffee. And let me tell you, freshly brewed chaga coffee hits different. Next stop, Chemka Hot Springs, also known as Kikuletwa or Majimoto. This place was like something out of a dream. The water is so clear you can see the bottom even in the deep spots. We even saw turtles swimming around after everyone has left and the water calmed down. We spent the afternoon swimming through the narrow canals, soaking in the scenery and just relaxing in nature. I expected the water to be hot, but it was actually a perfect lukewarm temperature, super refreshing. After Chemka, we called it a day, and the next morning, Sarafika Tours picked us up from our Airbnb in a safari vehicle for the next big adventure. This was the moment I had been waiting for, surprising my mom and the kids with a safari trip to the Serengeti National Park. But before heading to the Serengeti, I wanted to take my mom and the kids to a real Masai village first, not one of those staged tourist traps. Here's the thing, too many tour companies treat Masai villages like human zoos. I experienced this myself years ago and have avoided village visits ever since. But one thing stuck with me, the smell inside the Masai huts. It was the same smell I know from my family's homes in the Ethiopian mountains. The scent of wood smoke from the cooking fires, cow dung and mud used to build the houses. It felt like home, and it made me realize that there is a deep unspoken connection between many African cultures that I wanted my mom to experience. So this time I reached out to Sarafika Tours and explained my concerns. I told them I wanted my mom to experience a real Masai village, but only if it was done in a way that felt ethical and respectful. That's when the owner, Yasmin, told me something that made me respect this company even more. Sarafika Tours doesn't do the typical Masai village tours for exactly the same reasons I avoided them. Instead, Yasmin had a much better idea. She connected us with Tete, a well-respected Maasai elder who educated us about the land rights and the struggles of his people. Many Maasai communities in this area are being forcibly displaced in the name of wildlife conservation, pushed out of their ancestral land to make room for luxury safaris. This side of tourism isn't talked about enough. Tete's village isn't open to tourists, but since Yasmin knows him personally, she arranged a visit with his full consent. The moment we stepped into the village, I saw my mom light up. The Maasai people welcomed us with so much love and warmth, and watching her connect with them was such a special moment. Unlike the staged village I visited years ago, this was real life. No one was putting on a show for tourists. We had a deep conversation about their traditions, their struggles, and their fight to keep their ancestral land. It was an experience I'll never forget. Later in the afternoon, we arrived at Pamoja Tarangire Luxury Hideaway, and from the moment we stepped out of the car, we felt the magic of this place. This stunning African-owned lodge sits at the foot of Sangaiwe Hills, just 3 kilometers from Tarangire National Park's southern gate, surrounded by breathtaking landscapes. You are literally in the middle of nature, but with all the comforts of a luxury retreat. The staff welcomed us with a beautiful song and dance, and it was the warmest welcome ever. You could feel that genuine hospitality. I absolutely love that this is an African-owned lodge, which was really important to us. So many safari accommodations in Tanzania and Kenya are foreign-owned, which means a huge portion of the profits don't stay within the local communities. But Pamoja is different. This is a place that's run by locals and supports local communities. The whole atmosphere was serene and luxurious, and the food was a 10 out of 10. Honestly, the best food we had during our entire trip. Early the next morning, we hit the road toward the Serengeti, stopping at a viewpoint overlooking the Ngorongoro crater, which, interesting fact, is the largest unfilled volcanic caldera in the world and has one of the highest densities of wildlife in Africa. Our game drive in the Serengeti was unreal. Our guide, Isaac, was hands down the best guide ever. So knowledgeable, and he made sure we saw everything. We spotted zebras, elephants, giraffes, and the rarest of all, a lioness with her cubs. This is the cutest thing I've ever seen in my life. My heart literally melted. After an incredible day of game driving, we arrived at Pamoja Serengeti Luxury Camp. Once again, Pamoja did not disappoint. We received the most beautiful welcome in this camp, which is nestled deep in the heart of the Serengeti, a place where luxury meets the wild. Surrounded by nothing but nature and wildlife, this camp offers an experience that is both exclusive and authentic. Pamoja means together in Swahili, and just like Pamoja Tarangire Luxury Hideaway, this camp is owned by the same local team that believes in empowering local communities through tourism. Every detail here is designed to blend comfort with raw wilderness, ensuring that guests experience the Serengeti as it was meant to be, untamed, breathtaking and unforgettable. On arrival, we first got a full safety briefing. Never leave the tent alone at night. Always use the walkie-talkie for an escort and stay alert for wildlife.
At night, we do not allow you to walk by your own. We do have some animals around. Each of your tent, there is a radio calls. Your housekeeper will explain to you how to use a walkie-talkie. Just one click, he will be there.
Okay.
Yes.
Room 1 here, hello. Can you please pick us up?
I'm coming.
Asante. Oh wow, it's a big one. It's a big one, huh?
Yeah, it doesn't like lights.
Oh my god. Oh. Is it dangerous? Oh.
Yeah, the lights and the sound.
It makes him mad, huh?
Yeah.
Aggressive.
Yeah.
During dinner, guards were constantly scanning for animals. It was surreal. And my mom, she was terrified, which was honestly hilarious.
ويني سوت الله والكي تأمل حدا مسيحون دينو نفسي يوصلني لما خي ويني هاي بلبقى
استلام كم زين دابلو
وانا شمد احد مو ويني انا في حجزه
ماما
نفسي يوصلني ابي مش يا لسه
تبدك انا
انا كمان مكينه انا بحجز
وا
نفسي يوصلني
مريم من بالي
وا ناخذ كلها وا
Mama, sie hat die Experience, Erfahrung, Spezialerfahrung.
وا زين مالك ولا
Mama, ده حدا معلتي حدا ليتي.
تنسوا انتوا قاعدنا انا ايدك كسني سمستي هندا بزين شطط غير مسني نفسي اخي حلوه حبيبي عمرك تأتوني كيف ولا تكون
ماما
تسوال قبل
The next morning, it was time for the ultimate surprise, a hot air balloon safari over the Serengeti. This was a childhood dream come true. And let me tell you, it was even more magical than I imagined. Again, Mom was terrified, but she was so courageous and I'm so proud of her for stepping out of her comfort zone. And despite being scared at the beginning, she loved every single part of it. Seeing the land wake up with the sunrise was absolutely surreal. As we drifted higher, the Serengeti stretched endlessly in every direction, rolling golden grasslands, scattered acacia trees, and the winding paths of animals moving below us. And then we saw them, a massive herd of elephants, gracefully making their way across the savannah. From above, you could truly appreciate their beauty, the way they moved in harmony, protecting their young, navigating the wild like they own it, because they do. It was a reminder that we were just visitors in their world. I've been on game drives before, but this perspective was different. From up here, you see the bigger picture, the Serengeti in its raw, untouched beauty. It's alive, constantly shifting, and absolutely breathtaking. It felt like time stood still, and seeing my mom enjoying just pure peace and pure freedom gave me so much joy. And just when I thought the experience couldn't get any better, after landing we were greeted with a champagne breakfast in the middle of the savannah, the perfect way to celebrate this once-in-a-lifetime adventure. Sipping champagne, surrounded by nothing but nature, I realized this is the Serengeti at its finest. And if you ever get the chance to experience it from the sky, take it. So, if you're visiting Zanzibar, please do yourself a favor. Don't skip Tanzania's mainland. There is so much more to experience beyond the beaches. And remember, always try to support African-owned tour companies. It makes a huge difference in keeping tourism money in local communities. Now, if you want to learn more about the dark colonial history of safaris and how to travel ethically, check out my last episode. Trust me, you will be shocked. I hope you enjoyed this episode and I look forward to see you in the next one.